Get busy living or get busy dying. Or just listen to today's Nice Guys on Business podcast. It's a lot like dying. Slowly.
They don't advertise with us. I just think it's something that if you're a listener of the Nice Guys, I think you deserve a little interest, because the last thing that you're giving us is any interest.
Surely they can't be serious. They are, but don't call them Shirley. So, Joy, have you ever been to a Turkish prison? Do you like gladiator movies? The Nice Guys want to know. Well, looks like they picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. They picked the wrong week to quit drinking. They picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. Looks like they picked the wrong week to stop being assholes. The Nice Guys apologize for any inconvenience that this podcast has caused anyone. By the way, is there anyone listening who knows how to fly a plane? Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Okay, so I've done my homework. I've hit the record button. But more importantly, have you tried these at Trader Joe's yet? Holy crap.
Can I tell you, dude,
God.
I fucking love Trader Joe's. I'm going to do this right now because I don't know why, but I feel like I'm going to forget this week.
Okay.
Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner.
Wow.
On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. The closest Trader Joe's I have to me is like 25 minutes away, and I'm not driving that far.
It is worth it. I have to drive 25 minutes to my closest Trader Joe's only because we don't live near anything.
Well, you have to drive 25 miles to get a fucking beer at a bar. I mean...
So snacky clusters are this new snack that Trader Joe's has. Let me describe it. It is sea salt potato chips, corn chip dippers, and mini pretzel nuggets mixed in milk chocolate. It's like...
Hang on. So it's pretzels and potato chips dipped in chocolate?
Yes. Pretzels, potato chips. Oh, and corn chips too. So...
That's interesting.
They're crazy good. They're not very expensive, but there's not a lot that come in the bag. I mean, literally, okay, they say there's 4 servings in a bag, 160 calories per serving. So it's not actually horrible if you eat the entire bag.
The entire bag, right. It's only like, what is that, 640 calories.
Let's see, that would be 4 carries. Oh, you're right, 640. That was very good. You do your math good.
I don't know. I can do my quickie like rounding. I don't know why I'm.
That was good. You almost were almost like Rain Man. Can you tell me where you were in 1972? It was a Tuesday.
7:00, Wapner. Judge Wapner, 7:00. Very good driver. I'm a very good driver.
So we invited a special guest. I don't know that he will be joining us. I'm hoping he will be hopping on the call soon. But I did my homework in that I hit the record button. You fucking didn't do your homework in assigning an editor. So now what are you going to do? I'm going to give you the recording and you're going to edit it?
Probably. I don't know. I've got to figure it out. I did. Oh, hey, Sean Carpenter's in the waiting room.
Well, okay. I just let him into the room. He's gonna be joining. He's gonna have a beer or two in his hand. I know it. He can't even share the beer with us because he's sitting over in his room. Sean, are you with us?
I got my drink.
You know, we got video on it. There's the man now.
SC, dude, is that like your own little logo sticker on your Snowball microphone?
Yes, sir. That's
it is. Cool.
I thought
I got to get a little.
Is also
what is
like
that?
Sports
thing,
Center.
that flag. We got to get that flag with Nice Guys.
Like a spit mic. Yeah, it's like
no, the mic flag, you know, the thing, the thing that like ESPN has the mic flag and ABC.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Sean Carpenter. This is like the reunion of the original Funkin' Fans. I actually spoke to Stephanie Sursland today through text. I understand that she just retired from her management job.
She is riding off into the sunset, and it's good for her. And she did a great job of leading that company for many, many years. And she's off to whatever the next chapter might be.
What is the next chapter? For those of you that don't know Stephanie Sursland, fuck all y'alls, because you should be listening to the show.
Oh no, dude! In fairness to our listeners, we haven't mentioned Stephanie in a really long
Come
time.
on now.
It's been years.
It's like somebody not knowing who Sunny Lake is. I mean, what are you talking about?
But she's in that little wheelhouse with Sunny Lake and Ryan Bocross, and
Well, Ryan comes up not all the time, but more often. Who did the images for us for a while? What was his name?
Muhammad Shakiba.
Muhammad Shakiba, of course.
I don't know if he's still listening to the show, but every once in a while I'll put a message up on Facebook and he will reply.
I think it's Prosh, and then who was the girl that
Prosh and Mar, right? Prosh and Mar.
Yeah.
Prosh is still traveling a lot. I see him on Facebook. And Pink Tutu. Don't forget Pink Tutu.
Nice. Have you guys already started the show? Am I jumping in after the intro?
Oh yeah, we're in. We're recording, of course.
Sean, we wanted to talk about, we thought it would be a good opportunity for us. I said, yeah, Sean will know a lot about this topic. Now, I don't know that this has ever happened to you because you're such a fucking nice guy. So, I mean, you're legitimately a nice guy as opposed to us that just has to go under the title of the nice guys. What is the proper way to fire a client, Sean?
Yeah, that's a delicate question. Obviously, you never want to get to that situation, but sometimes I think, the best boss I ever had, Dominic Antonucci at Avon Oaks Country Club in Cleveland, Ohio. He used to say, what can I do to make it right? He would say that to the members when they'd be pissed off about something, and he would always say, what can I do to make it right? And would always calm the situation. But another boss I had, he said,
well, hold on a second though. Hold on. Before you go past that, you would say that to someone. They would have to say that to us because really
this is a different situation.
This is a different situation because we're not firing them because we have done something wrong. We would be considering firing them because they are such a challenging client and they just don't get that they're challenging. They think that we are the problem.
So I think the easiest thing to say is, you know what? Insert client's name. It's just not working out for us. And so we're going to wish you luck with the next podcast provider. And just cut ties, right? I mean, Strickland, it's like the blackjack dealer clapping their hands and walking away, right?
I'm very familiar with that. Yes.
You got to send that GIF.
For those of you who don't know, Sean has a long and storied background in real estate. I'm curious, have you ever had to? I mean, you were a realtor for a long time. I know you've done a lot of ancillary things with teaching and that type of thing as well, but you were actually a realtor for a long time. So you had direct clients whose homes you were selling or looking for.
I still am. I still am an active realtor in Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you ever had to fire a client that you were a realtor for?
I've chosen not to work with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We've chosen to end the relationship. When you go under what's called a fiduciary relationship with a client, right? When you agree to what's called agency in most states around the country, you work on behalf of that person. You need to follow their lawful instructions. You need to be loyal and obedient and confidential, and account for any monies you handle. But there have been times that I said, I just don't think this is working out. And there are other agents that, happens a lot of times on the seller side where you're representing a seller and the seller either A, wants a price that's absolutely unreachable,
right.
Or they want you to do it for a lower commission, or they just are asking unrealistic expectations of you. Like you need to be at every single showing. You need to be at, and it's like, listen, sir, your $45,000 trailer is not worth me.
Yeah.
I get that. Well,
but it's obviously I think that's something that's why I think, and Doug, I know you do a good job with this with TurnKey is the initial interview, the intake is such a critical conversation, right? Setting expectations, and saying, can we do what you're expecting us to do? And if you can exceed that, then everybody wins. If you can't even come close to hitting the expectations that the client has. I think that's why, we use what's called a buyer representation form, and all three people, the husband, the wife, or the husband or wife, whatever, when they sign it, I sign it also. So I basically say, like, this is a bilateral agreement, which means at any time you guys could get rid of me as your agent, but it also means, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, that at any time I feel like you guys are not being respectful of me and my knowledge and my time, I could fire you as well.
This is a great idea. First of all, I want to just point out a small mistake that Sean made, assuming it was our turnkey business. This is actually for our hookers and blow business. Sean, you may not be aware of that. No, don't know. You don't know that. That's a bilateral agreement is actually a great idea. After we get them to sign the agreement that here's what our services are, Strick, I think that there is a level of expectation. We should have, here are the 5 things that we expect from you. Here are the 5 things that you can expect from us, or something like that. I think that's a great idea. This bilateral agreement, it kind of puts everybody in a partnership, equal playing ground kind of approach. Sean, I like this. I like this plan.
Yeah, well, I think and it could be something you guys introduce to say, like, one of the agreements we're going to sign is this, expectation agreement of each other, so to speak. Where you're sort of saying, here's what we do, here's what you guys need to do as the client. And I think it sets the tone that the customer isn't always right. I mean, it has to be kind of an agreement between both parties.
It happens so infrequently that we don't. I mean, they're very nice people. The challenge is that, and they think that they knew what they were getting into when they first started, and then their expectations evolve as our generosity and service evolves also. Oh, can we do that in 2 days? Sure, we can do that in 2 days. Can we do it in 20 minutes? Oh yeah, we can do that in 20 minutes. And then they grow to a certain level of expectation of what, hey, last time you did this in 20 minutes, so we should be able to check this an hour before you publish it. And if we do have a change, why can't you just make the change? It's that simple.
Strickland, I know you're such a movie quote fan. Let's go back to Airplane, right? Mm-hmm. They knew what they were getting into when they bought the tickets. I say, let them crash.
Oh my God, that's such a great line. I need to get a Steve O'Brien saying a line like that.
That's great.
They knew what they were getting into when they hit play on the podcast. I say, let them crash.
That is really
it's funny.
good.
I just pulled it up, and this is something I share in some of my presentations. But this is I won't read the whole thing, but this is a builder in Raleigh, North Carolina, Garmin Homes. Elena Garmin, amazing leader. They have, and Strickland, I know you're probably almost 18 months in, 15 months into your new build in Austin there, but they have a good attitude agreement in their contract. Literally a good attitude agreement.
We need to, before you even read this, we need to give this to one client that I'm thinking in particular, Strickland, the one that gives us a hard time no matter what. She just likes to be mean just for the sake of being mean. I have no idea. Like, what got it? What crawled up in your ass and got you angry today? Who pissed in your coffee?
I'll send it to you guys, but let me paraphrase it. It says, at Garmin Homes, we believe a good attitude can change the world. We insist on a good attitude from our employees, our vendors, our cooperating brokers, our legal and lender squad, and you, our buyers. We insist. Mistakes happen all the time. So do misunderstandings, miscommunications, and the dreaded perceived mistakes and assumptions. We are likely to put our good attitudes to the test. And they go on to say this. Listen to this part here. It says, we feel so strongly about the importance of a good attitude. We reserve the right to terminate our agreement at any time prior to closing if we feel our relationship has gone off the rails. The last thing we want to do is to move forward with your new home if you're no longer able to offer us the benefit of the doubt, if you've lost the ability to trust us. It's tough to imagine now, but it happens. In this rare situation, we will return your builder deposit, and depending on the timing, we may be able to refund your option deposit as well. We love what we do for a living. It's more than a job for us, for every single one of us. It's not a business, it's personal. With your help and positive support, we're confident we can build a home for you. And they sign it, and the client has to sign it. Basically saying at any point in time, if you're pissed off, take a deep breath, walk around the block, but don't come bitching at us.
It's funny because it's kind of what, after you did all of the things, the hoops that you were jumping through today, Strickland, and I looked at it too, and I was trying to go through the paces that you were going through with all except for one of those small edits. I wasn't able to do it. And I was listening to this, and I was looking at the things like they gave us the back time as opposed to the forward time. And I'm like, okay, I have to do a little math in my head to figure out where it is. But I don't think what they asked for in its as an independent request was outstanding or unrealistic. I think that the collective of all of the requests was probably a little bit more than you could handle, or not you could handle, but a little bit more than I think that they should have expected us to be able to jump through that hoop. And just like what Sean said, it's just like, can you take a breath and just realize maybe what they were looking for as opposed to what we were able to deliver? And could we possibly adjust, you and me, because I was there too. I was on your side. I was fighting for you because I'm like, this is my boy here. I don't want him getting pissed off because, look, I'm your partner and I don't want you to have to go through this. I'm thinking, let's just take a collective breath here and think about, okay, what are they expecting and what are we actually delivering? And individually, this was not a big request. Collectively, I think it sucks that they've made a bunch of these requests in a row. But is it worth not having the client? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So I don't know. I appreciate you bringing that up, Sean.
At least being willing to let them go, right? If they leave, it's okay because we got 4 more ready to come in, right? And that's that abundance versus scarcity, Doug, that I know for years you've talked about.
Yep.
It's just, and so it's like, hey, listen, I mean, we are going to do everything we can to satisfy our clients, but at the expense of other clients who we've given the same level of service to, and they've appreciated it.
Well, have you thought, and Sean, let me ask you this question. Have you thought about what it feels like to, instead of firing a client, for the client to beat you to the punch and fire you? I'd rather be the one doing the firing because we felt like they've set an unrealistic set of expectations, as opposed to them not feeling we've met their expectations and them saying, you guys are done. It kind of gives them a little bit of a one-up. I'm not saying that they're going to fire us, and I'm not saying we're going to fire them, but do you want to beat them to the punch, or do you want does it not matter in the long run?
Well, I think from a business standpoint, you want to try and salvage the opportunity, right? Because that little tiny hiccup could be years from now. You look back and you say, gosh, remember when we almost fired you guys and you almost fired us? And now we've done, we've referred you 13 more clients and, because you overcame that, and so it's those little,
it's the ripple effect.
It's those first fights you have with your significant other. It's when you get past that first fight and that you can make it. And sometimes you got to be willing to fight for that first fight,
Well, and it's little things too that I get annoyed about, but I don't know that I have a right to be annoyed about or should be annoyed about.
You said that earlier.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, this is a file that we got to you 13 days ago. Why the fuck did you wait till the day of to ask for this request? And it's like, okay, well, because we give them such great customer service, they expect that we can fix it. But then the second half of that is, they came back to us after we had not fixed the problem within an hour or a couple of hours. Yeah. And they're like, this is a really easy fix. Why haven't you prioritized it? And I don't know how to explain to them that you think it's a really easy fix, but in this particular case, it's actually kind of complicated. Yeah. But like
that's corporate America. That's the employee or the company complaining about something, and it's like, oh, you mean the 16 emails and the special announcements we sent you about this change that's happening on this page you deleted and didn't pay? Oh, was that what that was about? I didn't think that was important. Or yeah.
So I was listening to the Daily this morning, and there was the article was about Donald Trump, and it was about not to get political, but we're going to get political. We haven't done it in a while. And they basically did a poll of likely Republican voters. And I think it was something along the lines of 38% of likely Republican voters stand behind Trump. And basically of those 38%, like 90 to 95% of them feel that the indictments coming down against him are political. That basically, he's done nothing wrong and it's completely 100% political. Now, we've got Sean Carpenter on, and I want to give you a quick background on Sean. Sean happened to be with us in 2016 on the day of the presidential election. And when
Be More Biz Conference.
Right, the Be More Biz Conference, when Trump won the first one, and you were a Trump fan and a Trump backer, and we've talked on and off over the years, and I know you're relatively conservative. I want to ask you, and I want to make sure this is coming from the right place. This is not me, Mr. Woke Strickland, that fucking hates everything conservative, asking you, do you still back Donald Trump? This is me as like just a regular person with no agenda.
Curiosity.
I'm very curious about your feelings because you're somebody whose opinion I trust. You are an intelligent person. You are an educated person. I'm curious what your thoughts are on where Trump is right now.
So I guess my initial answer, somewhat of a disclaimer, is I hate all fucking politicians, all of them. In 2016, I was probably, I probably cast my vote for Donald Trump, but that also might have been because I was against Hillary Clinton. And I think people can say the same thing. I don't really pay attention much to politics. I don't watch the news at all. I do feel that anything
So you watch Fox then?
That's happening in the world is politically motivated. I think it's obvious that it's politically motivated. I mean, things that you're seeing on Twitter or X or Facebook or Threads or whatever is politically motivated. So it is nice to see some people having conversations. There's a guy that's in the pool of candidates named Vivek Ramaswamy, and he literally lives about a mile and a half from where I am sitting right now.
That's cool.
Columbus, Ohio, and he's a voice of reason right now because he probably has no chance to be, in the final heat. So to answer your question, without answering your question, I think everything's politically motivated. I don't know. I would love to see some person come out of nowhere that is just a truly uniter, just someone that can just get our fucking country back into some sort of semblance of less bullshit and more, let's work together.
Well, bigger picture, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm totally in agreement with you. But what was interesting about this poll, specifically with Trump, and again, my curiosity with Trump, if somebody said to me, hey, you know what? I fucking hate Joe Biden and I'm going to do anything I can to get him out of office. And if Trump's the candidate, I'm going to vote for Trump. Okay. I may disagree with you, but I respect that answer. Right. If somebody said to me, hey, Trump is a fucking misogynist and he's an asshole, and you know what? He may have broken the law, but you know what? I like his policies and I like what he's doing, or what he's trying to do. And so I'm going to vote for him. I'd be okay with that too. But in this poll, the 38% of those MAGA people that are like, I'm going to stand behind him no matter what, they really believe he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Well, because the third opinion would be if somebody said to me, you know what, I know he stole documents. You know what, fuck it. Who cares? Like, everybody takes documents. Is it really that big a deal? I mean, fuck it. Okay. Again, I would disagree, but I'd respect that answer. These people are like, he hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, I think once again, it's very team oriented, right? Like you guys both, for a little backstory for the people that are newer listeners, you guys both kind of migrated from the Baltimore area, right? Mm-hmm. So let's go back to Ray Rice, right? Running back for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Right.
Beats the shit out of his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And Baltimore Ravens fans are like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done it, but we need him on the fucking field, and so it's kind of that when it benefits your team, you're going to sort of say, yeah, was it really that big a deal? I mean, who doesn't hit their girlfriend, right?
Oh, it wasn't even worse with Ray Lewis. Didn't he actually kill somebody and he got away with that? Got away with that?
Yeah, allegedly. But so it's I agree with you, Strick. I mean, once again, people, if they say, hey, look, here's where I'm at, and just be honest, but the problem is we don't get a honest story from the media, the journalists, it's very, very swayed in that.
Yeah, I guess that's the hard part. It's like you just don't know who to believe, right? Like, what I like to keep saying is, people that are backing Trump, it's like, you know what? We believed Lance Armstrong for a really long time until we didn't. And we believed Bill Cosby for a long time until we didn't. A lot of people still believe Trump. I just don't get it. But it is hard because when Fox News keeps saying things that Fox News says one thing, and then CNN and CSNBC or MSNBC, they're like, it's fucking lies. And it's like, okay, what is the truth?
Somewhere in the middle of the truth lies, right?
Right.
I want to talk about two very important things. I'm watching Suits now, which is
excellent show.
Which is really good. 8 fucking seasons though. That's a commitment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 8 seasons in
I'm
each
on season 2.5 or so. Yeah.
And right now I'm halfway through probably the 8th time I've watched Reservoir Dogs. It is the greatest movie. I love you're
a bigger Tarantino fan than I am. Like, I like Tarantino, but the more I watch his movies, it's like, they're kind of long. They kind of drag. Like really, even going all the way back to Pulp Fiction, like everybody's like, Pulp Fiction's fucking amazing. I'm like, Pulp Fiction's good, but it would be amazing if it was 100 minutes instead of 2.5 hours. I really believe it, but that's just me.
So here's a question: if you could cut out one of the storylines in Pulp Fiction, which one would you cut out to make it shorter?
Well, no, that's so interesting you say that, because I
All right,
don't
give me the multiple
think,
storylines. I got to remember them all now.
well, that's it. I think every storyline is important
Because
I like the way they were told. I think they all just need to be tighter.
yeah, I agree. Like the Christopher Walken story.
Yeah, that one you could,
But you need that to get Butch, into where he's at, to have the angst and the, but then Butch meets up with, Ving Rhames and,
So you're not talking about taking out scenes. You're talking about taking out entire storylines. So you remove an entire character from the process.
But you really can't, because Butch throwing the fight is what got Ving Rhames, which got him, in a situation which had Jules and Vincent going forth, So yeah, good call. But a long movie that probably, once again, where do you cut out? I don't know. But
right. No. Yeah. But
same thing with my favorite movie of all time, Shawshank, right? I mean, literally we'll watch it every single time I flip through the channels and find it. Goodfellas, another one, super long.
Yeah, right now, Goodfellas, I'm the same way. Like I like it, but I don't know.
Perhaps one of the best soundtracks of all time movies.
It does. It does.
Monkey Man.
I totally derailed I took over your conversation, Doug. You were talking about Suits.
No, I was just saying there was two things that I'm doing: Reservoir Dogs and Suits. I've just started watching Suits. We're only 2 episodes in, and I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is really good. Yeah, I'm finally finished a Million Little Things. I don't know if you guys saw that one. Big relationship movie, Friends movie, that kind of thing. It's just about a guy that commits suicide, and then the kind of the wake of friends that he left that were all friends, and it talks about probably a 20-year cycle of from the time that he commits suicide to the time that the very last episode happens. It's really good. It's really good. It's better than like a Virgin River kind of show. I don't know if you guys.
It's funny you say that. I've never heard the show, but what's the name of another movie where a suicide and friends get together?
Suicide. Wait, what is that? Damn. It's an old movie, shit.
Yeah. It's right on the tip of my tongue. And it's like, we are the right, Big Chill. That's it. Fucking Big Chill. That's it. Exactly.
That wasn't even the one I was thinking of. There is another one, but that is definitely a good, let's put the friends together because of a suicide. And this actually, they come together because of the suicide. But in this case, it's the suicide is a part of like the first episode. It's kind of like, the killing of the dog really sets the tone for
John Wick.
Wait, what is it?
John Wick,
right?
No, not John Wick. For with the one with whatchamacallit, the one I just watched the whole one when he was the president. House of Cards. There it is. House of Cards.
Oh, House of Cards. Yeah.
That was great.
I forgot about the dog.
God, I fucking watched. I think that was like 6.5 seasons until they booted him off. The last season was really not good. Not good because that was after he got allegedly he was the Me Too movement and everything got hit. Shit, I'm blanking on the guy's name.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. That's kind of like Journey when Steve Perry left. I mean, it's just
right.
Yeah, but they had a guy pick up the piece pretty quickly.
Yeah, the Asian guy. Yeah,
the Asian guy.
He's really good.
Yeah. Right.
It's like Adam Lambert doing Queen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I want to see that. They're touring again. I really want to see that.
Adam Lambert is fucking awesome.
Did you see him live?
I saw him live in a venue with JJ a few years back, right before COVID, and he sang one Queen song, but he did a bunch of his stuff. There was probably less than 500 people in the venue, and it was only you can only stand, so everybody was right up against the stage. So we were probably like 40 feet from where he was. He was really good. A little theater in West Hollywood. Really good. Really good.
Have you guys watched Ted Lasso?
Yes. Every episode. Yep.
Yeah.
Doug, you watched it?
Yeah, very good too.
So fucking good. It's so fucking good.
The character development from Coach Beard to even Nate and Rebecca and it's just
I didn't realize that Coach Beard he had gone to jail. I did not realize that.
Hang on, the actor or the character?
No, the character. He actually was either in jail or something. Because he makes a reference.
Did mention the backstory for that one time.
He makes a reference that he, second chances, and that Lasso had given Beard a second chance right out of jail or something like that. I don't recall exactly what had happened, but that was pretty interesting. What are you watching on the tube right now, Sean?
Well, I want to make an argument about an episode, just Ted Lasso. You guys remember the Amsterdam episode?
Yes, where the bicycles, where they ride. Okay, yeah.
I think that is one of the best episodes of television I have ever seen.
Now, why is that?
Any fucking show.
Even better than the Who Shot JR that episode, in Dallas?
It's just everything about the way that they built it and wrapped it and like the relationship between Jamie and Roy and the bicycles, like Jamie and Roy had still had this sort of like, they're helping each other, but and Jamie just like pulls him over and like where he says he can't ride a bike, and then the whole team and trying to figure out what to do, and the pillow fight, and Rebecca everything about that episode. It's like so goddamn perfect.
Better than the elevator scene in Willy Wonka. I mean, better than that. Even better than even better than that. Come on.
Ted Lasso was so brilliantly written for the character, expose, the Christmas episode, right, where it kind of fell in the middle of the season, but they added that Christmas episode where Roy Kent takes his niece around to the kids because he has bad breath, and he's
that was a good one too.
And it was and probably my favorite episode is Rebecca's father's funeral, where they sing "Never Gonna Give You Up," and
that was good too. Such a great show. Yeah. Such a great show. Anyway, what else are you guys?
Doug, you asked what am I watching? Suits. Yeah. I'm kind of in the middle of Suits right now.
Are you the kind of guy that has like a couple of series going? Like you have one that you watch with your wife, and then you have one that you do on your own.
Yeah, and what's so funny or sad is how many times I'm flipping through the channels and I get to Comedy Network and The Office is on, and I'll literally watch 6 episodes of The Office. And like I could even text my son and I'll be like, "Hey, watching The Office right now," and Kevin just said this, and he's like, "Oh, that's the episode where this happens." Like, it's that default.
Office is so good.
Yeah, it's just it's that it's that and Friends are kind of the perfect what's it called, syndication episodes.
Oh yeah,
literally drop in at any moment, and there's so many characters. I mean, think about Friends. Every episode, it was called The One with the Blank. Right. And it was always 3 stories, right? There was usually a story with, 2 of the people and then 2 of the people and 2 of the people. But very formulaic. About that. Yeah. But every episode is 3 stories. Joey's got something going on. Phoebe's got something going on. Ross has something going on, and whatever.
I always felt the same way about Gilligan's Island. I Dream of Jeannie and Hogan's Heroes. I could tune into those all day long.
And then the next wave was Welcome Back, Kotter and Barney Miller, and Three's Company.
KRP in Cincinnati.
KRP in Cincinnati.
So Sean or Strick, have you guys, either one of you? I didn't even realize until we had that episode a couple weeks ago that there was a Barbie movie. Have you seen the Barbie movie yet?
No, I really want to see it this weekend. I've heard good things about it.
I keep hearing good things about it, but do you have to have any kind of enjoyment in about Barbie or is it?
I don't think so.
Like, what's the storyline? What is it about?
Margot Robbie. That's all.
That's all you got to say, Margot Robbie, and I'm there, right?
I don't know what the storyline is. I can't even tell you. Like, I would literally have to think when the last time I went to a theater to see a movie was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't go that often, but what did I did?
Was it pre-COVID or post-COVID?
No. I've been a couple times in the last year or so. I saw the Spider-Man, the animated Spider-Man in the theater. Oh, so good. So fucking good. And Indiana Jones. I saw the new Indiana Jones in the theater, and that was pretty good.
Hey, Mission Impossible. There's a new Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. I went by myself to see Mission Impossible. I forgot that. Thank you.
I thought I was forbidden to go see the Barbie movie while JJ was out of town this past weekend. So I was in Ventura, and I was looking at the movie theater that is right along Main Street as I was doing some vintage shopping, and I'm like, oh, Mission Impossible is playing, and there was like 7 other movies in Barbie. I'm like, I'm fucking gonna go to the Barbie movie. I'm just gonna do it. I didn't do it though. I chickened out.
Mission Impossible is good. It's good. I liked it. Tom Cruise is crazy fucker, but it was really good.
Yeah, the fact
So
that he
Sean,
does
what else is going on in the career world for you? What's happening? And are you still podcasting?
We stopped our sports podcast. I'm a guest on a lot of podcasts in the real estate industry. But my fall speaking gigs kick off next week, Doug. I drive my son Ryan back to Mississippi State. He's a student at Mississippi State. He'll be a senior this year. And then I speak in Memphis. Then I have a trip to Florida for the Florida Realtor Conference. Then I go back to Florida for a independent real estate company. Then I go to our Cold Banker event in Atlanta. That's in October, doing a couple sessions there. Then I have a triple play, which is the New Jersey and New York and Pennsylvania Realtor Associations all meet in Atlantic City for a big conference.
Are you tired of all this shit? I mean, I get tired of listening to you just talk about the traveling that you're doing. I never want to leave my house, and you can't seem to get enough of it.
I did 23 states in the first 3.5 months of the year.
That's nuts.
It's just, I love the, now I had a challenging trip this weekend down to pick up Ryan in Starkville, Mississippi, where, a weather storm got flight delayed out of Columbus. And I got, missed the flight in Atlanta. And I changed to a flight in Nashville, and I had rechange to a flight to Starkville, and I had changed to a flight to Birmingham because of the rental car.
God.
So, wow. But it's one of those perspective things. It's one of those, before you fire your client, take a walk around the block and I'm going halfway across the country in hours, because of this thing we call air travel. I love it though, Doug. It is something that,
you do all that traveling though you do 18 hours of travel to give a 1 hour keynote. It's like, come on. Yeah. I had about 9 months of that and I was done with it. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I was making great money, but and the training programs were great too. But I'm like, I can make the same amount of money literally in 4 hours sitting at my computer working my magic there as I could traveling across the country and taking 4 or 5 days to do it.
Yep. Well, I mean, but there's something about, you guys are both performers, Strickland, for Jimmy Buffett to drive around the country I went to the Dead and Company show in Cincinnati, and to see those guys, travel from town to town and play the same songs and do the same things, but it's the connection with the audience. Yeah. It's the knowing the impact that you had on an audience member. You don't know who it is at what moment in their life, but that's kind of a cool thing.
Strickland's mind, it's the bridesmaids that he could fuck. I know that's just a tale. It never happened, but it is always a good tale to be able to listen to.
What happened?
Bridesmaids, any of the weddings.
Oh, I've told you that before, haven't I?
Yes, I know.
I played weddings for 24 years. I did about 1,500 events. Not once did I ever hook up with a bridesmaid. One time, there was one gig.
A groomsman one time, but not other than that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. One gig. When I played bar gigs, like when I was in bar gigs, like I would fucking hook up all the time. But playing in weddings and mitzvahs,
18. He was 18 when that happened too.
Doing weddings and mitzvahs and corporate events. One time at a company party, I hooked up with somebody after the party. But this is embarrassing because she came up to me on a break and she's like, "Hey, Strickland, how are you doing?" And I'm like, that was it. She came up to me and she's like, "Strickland, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, good. How are you?" And she's like she's talking to me like I know her. And I had no fucking idea who she was. And she was talking like we had hooked up at one point. And I'm like, okay, let's do that again. And we did. And I still have no fucking idea.
It's kind of like regifting. Strickland was regifted. He regifted himself. Speaking of which, not regifting or hooking up with women, I actually got an email today. Somebody said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing my kid's mitzvah back in Virginia?" And I'm like, no, hey, I don't think I've talked to you, Sean. I've retired, since then I have officially retired.
Doug. I listened to the goddamn show. I know you've retired.
I was there in his last mitzvah.
You had your mom's birthday and your last gig, and yes, it's good for you. Are you selling your DJ equipment? Is it on Facebook Marketplace?
because I do. JJ has her live events that she does, so I end up setting up equipment there. But I'm not actively if somebody in my town said, "Would you?" which is about 80 people, if somebody were to say, "Hey, would you be open to doing my kid's wedding?" I might consider it for maybe like $2,000. I wouldn't do it for like $300 or anything like that. But I would consider doing it. But I am not traveling to do. Somebody would have to really wave a really big carrot in my face in order for me to do it. I have found my calling. My calling is podcasting.
Love it.
So
Hey, we got any
Sean,
voicemails? Any voicemails tonight?
we have one voicemail, but I got the voicemail set up. But Sean, I want to ask you, because you travel a lot, what is your preferred airline, and do you have a not preferred airline?
So the short answer is Southwest Airlines.
Is preferred or not preferred?
Is my preferred.
I'm so glad to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, they're I just number one, in and out of Columbus and to where I fly to, I like them because of their overall vibe, right? The approach, the attitude, the service level from the gate agents to the flight attendants, to the pilots, to the ground crew. I just like the culture of their company. Now, once again, am I, as much as I travel, do I care that they don't have a lounge at certain airports? No, don't give a shit. I just go to the bar. Do I care that I have to pick my own seat? Well, that's why I'm A-list. I get on and I get my seat and you don't have to pay extra for it. You automatically get your own seat. I'm A-list too, and I'm already A-list for next year because I've been flying so much.
I'm a companion.
Yeah.
I am a companion.
Yeah, which is awesome. So that's my, but this year where I go to, I've been flying Delta and American and United and Southwest, and so I don't, but by far where I do, I would drive 4 exits down the road is to stay at a Marriott versus a Hilton. I'm a lifetime Marriott guy.
Okay.
Lifetime titanium. Coming up on 1,500 nights.
Titanium. I didn't even know it was a fucking level.
Yeah, I think the next level up is ambassador because you spend enough money ambassador. But I'm lifetime titanium, and I think I'm at almost 1,400 nights, which I did the math the other day. In the last 10 years of my life, 2.5 of those years have been at a Marriott property.
Yeah, I think my Marriott card, I'm at, let's see, there's like Diamond. I think I'm at Coal. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
They won't even send me the stamp to be in the crew. I can't even do that at all. That's great, Sean. Well, that's great. That's great based upon what you do. It's like, that would be to me like a horrible having to spend literally 2.5 of your last 10 years you've spent in a hotel.
Yeah. So they're my home. But for those nights, when we travel to see, our kids, or when when my wife travels, and I say, well, I'm just going to get you a night on points, and it makes it simple.
Yeah. So you treat a hotel the way I treat like Southwest Air. Like I'll use points if I can. They make it so easy with Southwest to not only to log in and book a flight, but to check points.
Rebook a flight. And to rebook a flight.
And cancel and change and rebook. I fucking love Southwest. I just know a lot of frequent flyers, like people that fly a lot. They're like, oh yeah, fuck Southwest. And that's why I was curious, because I love Southwest. I will not fly another airline unless I absolutely have to.
If you know how to kind of, I don't want to say work the system, but take, because I board, I'm one of the first, 30 people to board. So the very first thing I do, because I go for the exit row, if I can, depending on my length and my connections. But the first thing I do is I find out, is if I know what kind of plane it is. And if it's the first leg of my flight, I will usually bring 3 and or 4 $5 Starbucks gift cards. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I do when I see that person who's standing at the exit row is I say, how many people are on your team today? And she says 3. And I say, here's coffee on me for your team. And I'll give them 3 or 4 gift cards, which pretty much guarantees I drink free the rest of the flight. But I do it because, their job is tough and they have to deal with a lot of, God, there are some assholes in this in travel. People are dumb. And so, but I ask them, tell me where are you guys based and where do you guys finish today? And I just try and be like that traveler that's not a dumbass, that, takes care of the people and asks questions and treats them polite. And
never thought of giving them gift cards. What a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, but it is so funny too, because they obviously have a lot of flexibility with the cards. Because like I'll get my free drink coupons, like we'll get 4 a year because we've got our card, right? And I'll go to order a drink and I give them the and they're like, don't worry about it. Like 50% of the time. Oh yeah, you got a stack of them, right? Like 50% of the time I go to hand it to them, they're like, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they must have a little bit of leeway when it comes to giving away drinks.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I think so too. But yeah, that's my go-to.
And usually too, like I'll have a carry-on, right? And so when I get on, I'll go for the exit row, right? But I will put my carry-on forward of where I'm sitting and on the opposite side. Because it's like, as soon as I get up, I don't have to get up and turn around and do this and do that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And once or twice when I've done that, like I'll put it up and like the flight attendant will be looking at me, and then I grab the seat on the other side and she'll give me a look like, oh yeah, okay, you got it.
He's a pro.
It's funny. A lot of the connections I make, in Columbus, I speak mostly on the eastern half of the United States. So it's, Columbus to Midway, it's Columbus to Nashville, it's Columbus to Atlanta. On the rare occasions where I get to fly like west, like our Cold Banker event was in Phoenix last year. So we had a direct flight, Columbus to Phoenix. So it was like a 4.5 hour flight. So when I landed, people are like, how long was your flight? And I go, I don't know, 6 Miller Lights.
6 Miller Lights. Nice. Love it. That's one thing I love about Austin. I am 3 hours to Vegas. I am 3 hours to Baltimore. It used to be when I'm in Baltimore, it's 5.5 fucking hours to Vegas and 6 hours to LA. Like, fuck that. I like being in the middle of the country.
Yeah. All right, we got a voicemail. We should do our voicemail. Jared voicemail. Oh, by the way, Strickland, we have a new client that's coming up, a good referral base from us. They're headquartered in Austin, Texas. So I may be making a stop in Austin, Texas over the next month or so.
And by the way, Strickland, Austin, Texas, home of University of Texas, now part of the SEC next year. And they obviously will be in Florida's league. So Florida plays, I believe, at Texas next year. So you might be seeing me next fall for a Florida Texas football game. So I'll reach out ahead of time and
Strickland, that's great news. Also, I'm sure that you could go see your ex-wife now too, Strickland.
In Florida.
Wait a minute.
Right?
I don't think she's your ex-wife yet, is she?
Technically, no. We haven't actually finished all the paperwork. I thank you for the reminder. I appreciate that. I need to do that.
Let me get that check in the mail.
All right, now let me narrate for the regular listeners. Now, what happened is the screen is being shared, and I'm seeing the sound waves.
Yeah.
Doug and Strickland can tell what it looks like based on the sound waves, and it's basically just a bunch of lines.
Now I am clueless when it comes to looking at this, but Strickland is like, he's a savant when it comes to this. He's pretty good. He could probably do 8 times out of 10. He could probably tell you who actually is the voicemail from. He will absolutely be able to tell you if you had 3 voicemails and they were stacked up next to each other, if they were all separate people or if they were the same person. So Sean, would you like to ask Magic 8-Ball a question about the voicemail before we get rolling?
No, I'm still befuddled that the 20-sided dodecahedron.
That's an incredible thing. That die, that's incredible. That's fucking amazing. This inside this Magic 8-Ball is this Hickalaheman sided die.
20 sides. It's like Billy Milligan, with his personas.
So, oh shit! You know what I just realized?
You did.
I checked the output on my computer and the output on Hindenburg, and I forgot to click share sound. But hey, I realized that before I actually.
Sean, I think last week was a little over the top with an episode of an hour and 37 minutes.
Oh my God, I know.
That was too. We're like Joe Rogan now. It's too long. It's too long.
Guess who listened to the entire thing?
Did you really? You are the man, the myth, the legend. We appreciate it.
I've been listening since like episode 17 or 18.
I've got a woman that I'm talking to right now. I'm chatting with.
What does that mean?
OK Cupid. Like we've actually got a date Monday night, so I'm kind of excited. But we were talking about the show and I was like, oh yeah, go check out Nice Guys on Business. Listen to the Friday episode, and then I was like, you know what? Last week was like an hour and a half. Don't listen to that. We're just fucking rambly. I know.
It's funny that you say check out the Friday episodes, because I just kept thinking the last thing I want to do is tell somebody that doesn't know me. Maybe just listen before we get together. Just go ahead and listen to the episode. Although it probably will share your true inner self. That is the genuine you that comes out in these episodes.
Right, and that's the way I look at it. It's like I'm just me when I'm hanging out and talking to you.
All right.
So like the question then, as you were saying before, I'm looking at the wave form of the voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that it is, in fact, Jared that left this message. But do we want to ask Magic 8 Ball?
Yeah, I would like to add, phrase the question so that you have a definitive potential response.
Okay. So the question is, Strickland, talking about myself in the third person. Strickland believes that the voicemail this week is from Jared. Is he correct?
Nice. I love the way you phrase that. It wasn't, is it possible?
Right. No. It's got to be a definite yes or no. Is he correct in believing? Well, I do believe that. Is he correct that the voicemail this week is from Jared? Magic 8 Ball. What say ye?
Does Doug like hand lotion? Oh, hell yes, he does. So that's a big thumbs up.
I guess so. It's a big thumbs up.
So it is. Okay. It is going to be Jared leaving the voicemail. Okay.
It was only one, so I wasn't going to do the music. Should I do the music anyway?
What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? It's only one, so I'm not going. I wasn't going to do the music.
Okay.
Especially because it's only one, and especially because you really feel, and Magic 8 Ball agrees, that not leaving yourself enough space in between the end of that theme song.
Well, I haven't set it up yet. I was going to do that while it's actually playing. Come on, we got to do that and that. You know.
Didn't know that.
Okay. Are we ready? And I got to make sure voicemail from Jared.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Here we go. We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all. So I love what you don't see. Why did I even interrupt? I should have known you were going to jump in, Doug. Please go ahead.
What the fuck is with Twitter becoming X? I turned on my phone the other day and I go to my social media apps page and I'm watching the Twitter logo disappear completely and the X appear. Like, what happened? So I had to go over to Google and type it out. What happened to Twitter? And I saw that Elon Musk had changed the name to X. What do you guys think about this?
If you all are looking for a dictionary definition of non sequitur, that would be Doug's comment right there. Where the fuck did that come from?
Well, okay. Can I tell you how I got there?
Sure, go for it.
So I was listening to the theme song to the voicemail setup, and I happened to look down at my notepad, and I saw it said Chat GPT to TurnKey, and I don't know what made me think that Chat GPT equates to social media, but then my brain started to go, fuck Chat GPT. I mean, it's like AI is like taking over the fucking world. And then I thought, taking over the fucking world. Oh, who else is taking over the fucking world? That would be Jeff Bezos. Not only that, but Elon Musk. What the fuck is Elon Musk doing with Twitter? That's how I got there, just so you know how my brain works.
So my comment about that being the non sequitur, you've just tossed that right out the window. Apparently there was a winding. There was a path, though. There was a path to get there.
I feel like my path to get there is very similar to my marital life. Okay. It's like, it's never a straight line for me.
My comment that I was going to make was that as soon as the voicemail from Jared music started, for those of you who are not watching, which is all of you because we don't post the video, as soon as the voicemail from music from Jared started, Sean Carpenter got up and stepped away because Sean is and getting another beer. Sean is a listener of the show and he knows how long the voicemail from Jared music is. And he knew he had plenty of time to get up and walk away and grab a beer and come back for another one.
I got to be transparent. So that's the first time I've ever heard the voicemail from Jared song in real time. I listened at 1.75 speed.
Oh, that's right.
And so that sounded like the singer was stoned doing like an acoustic.
I think he was
like an unplugged version of the I gotta voicemail.
Whoa.
like a coffee house version. Yeah.
I forgot
That's
you
so
did listen.
funny.
I forgot you listened in extra fast speed. I don't even without subtitles. I can't even watch television at real speed. So how do you absorb the content? So you were listening to an hour and a half episode last week. You listened to it in a little under an hour, then probably
about 44 minutes. Yeah. About, so when I walk in the mornings, I kind of consume and I try and pick episodes I can finish before my walk ends. Cause then if I end with 10 minutes left, and it's like, what do I do? And so it's something I've just done with a lot of my stuff. But when I hear them like on the news, like some of the people like Bill Simmons or something like that, when I hear them like on Sports Center, I'm like, what's wrong with him? Oh, that's right. That's his normal voice. But
It's so funny you say that, because I do the same thing. Like if I'm listening to an audiobook, I usually like to hear and feel the pace of how they're talking, but sometimes like the book's just too long and rambly, but I'm still interested. So I'll tap it up to like 1.25 or 1.4 or something. And you're absolutely right. Like when I hear the normal speed, I'm like,
I speak very quick. When I speak, I get animated, I get excited. I love to share. And so a lot of times, Doug, you can appreciate this. I have a 90-minute presentation. I got an hour and 45 minutes worth of stuff that I got to squeeze into, and then it depends on if you ad lib or embellish any stories. I remember one time I was speaking in Florence, Alabama, and at the break, I said, all right, let's take a break, come back in 15 minutes. We'll finish up this session. And these two old ladies in the front row, they're like, Sean, we are just enjoying your presentation. You are such a breath of fresh air.
You are.
But can we tell you something? I said, yes, ma'am. And they go, do you hear the way we're talking to you right now? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And she goes, that's the way we listen in Alabama too.
Oh,
so if you can just slow down just a little bit in your presentation. And it's kind of a wake up call. Like, sometimes your energy needs to be throttled for the audience, but yeah.
Talk about wake up call. I received my Wells Fargo statements. I have several accounts with Wells Fargo, and I noticed in my savings account, which has a pretty sizable amount of money, I received 3 cents in interest. And this is going back probably about 30 days ago. And I'm like, for that amount of money in the bank, I should not be getting 3 cents. So I started to do a little research on companies that provide higher returns, higher rates of return. And I found this company. It's an online company called Raisin, Raisin, for those of you in our community that are getting like 0.000001% return. It's 5.25% return.
Wow.
5.25%, and no minimum, no fees. So
that's a lot.
So the amount of money that I'm going to earn just from one savings account, and I said to my mom, I'm moving the same amount of money that I moved over into a Raisin account for you too. It's FDI insured. It's not like there's no penalties for early withdrawal. None of that stuff. $1,300 a year in interest that I'm going to make from each one of these accounts at 5.25%.
That's a fuck lot.
And I'm like, why is Wells Fargo why aren't they keeping up with They certainly are keeping up with the interest rates when it comes to how much they're going to charge you for your home mortgage or your equity line of credit.
They're there.
Why aren't they keeping up with the same when it comes to passbook savings? Because people are very slow to move savings away from something they're familiar with, I think.
Well, you just answered your own question.
Right.
Have you seen their net profits for the last year?
Well, I think I've been promoting this for probably about 2 years now. I have my money in T-Mobile, not T-Mobile stock, but I have a T-Mobile checking and savings account, because when you keep more than $3,000 in their checking account, they give you a 4%, which I thought was really good until recently, 4% return. So I'm getting like $30 a month in interest, and I'm like, fuck that. Now I'm getting over $100 a month from Raisin. Dude,
gotta love that.
So just check it out. For those of you, raisin.com, raisin.com. And they don't advertise with us. I just think it's something that if you're a listener of the Nice Guys, I think you deserve a little interest, because the last thing that you're giving us is any interest. There you go.
That was a nice segue. That was very well done.
Listen, I would keep promoting any company until those guys from Three Blind Mice or Three Thieves or whatever they're
pair of thieves.
I don't know what the fuck is going on there. I am like on top of them.
That was a good episode, though. That was a really good episode of the regular podcast. Yeah.
The interview was good, right? Those were super interesting guys.
Cool dudes. Yeah.
So Sean, let's be a little transparent here, Strick. This was what our plan was going to be. So let's just assume, for the sake of argument, we get, I don't know, $4,000 for them to sponsor our show for a month or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We were going to take $2,000 of that money and give it away in gift cards to Pair of Thieves. So everybody in our community, we're just going to give them away so that they could actually see that we were moving the needle for them. We're putting every cent or half of our money back into the company. That would have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think
so. I don't understand why they didn't move forward. It's like the perfect match for brand. I don't know.
Are we ready to hear the voicemail?
I'm a little bit miffed with them.
Listen to Jared.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Oh shit, we're already an hour into
fellow
this.
Ohioan, yes.
You're an Ohioan?
Jared's an Ohioan too.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's in I think Avalon. Is that right?
Yeah, he's up towards Cleveland area. Yep.
And you're in the Columbus area, right?
Central Ohio. Yep.
All right, let's do it, Strick.
Here we go.
Hey, Doug, it's Strick. Jared here.
Nice. He's right. Strick's right.
Fucking A, I think you're right, guys. I think that might have been a record.
Yeah.
Longest episode by you two.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It was good. I really enjoyed the episode. I'm sure everybody else did or didn't. Anyway.
Did or
I
didn't.
just called in because I don't have a ton to say, which is odd.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, you guys were talking about the episode, the release of it, and me and Tim saying, hey, where's my fuckery? I'm sure Tim probably doesn't mind. I don't mind letting you guys know. And yes, it's because we're friends. And yes, we have a little different viewpoint maybe on it than just the normal listener. But overall, I think most people are forgiving and it's not the end of the world. And the reason I say all that is, yes, we do love to have it. I do look forward to it, but I'll listen to it when it comes. Things happen, and we understand that it may not be the same time every week, even though you guys try it. And I have to side a little bit with Strick on this and him not wanting to let go. I totally understand it. And if you guys have somebody that is working at that time, then I can understand letting go of it. But if it were me and I was recording the episode and saying, hey, you got 5 hours to get this ready so it's ready to release, I would personally feel a little hesitant to do that to somebody that's on my team, whether I like them or not. I wouldn't want to do that. So I totally get it, Strick, and I appreciate that about you, that's how you were feeling about it. And it makes total sense to me. And you're right, Strick. I mean, 3 times, 4 times, maybe in the last year that it's happened or something. It's not like it's an everyday thing, and that's why we don't mind saying something. So anyways, guys, love the show, and it was good hearing you guys debate about it and getting a little fired up. Maybe not everybody enjoyed that, but hey, I'm in for a good discussion about and things that you can work out. And it's good to know that you guys work through things, because quite honestly, if you didn't have those and you didn't work through them and you just kind of brushed it off, fuck, you wouldn't be where you're at. And that's, we're glad you're where you're at. We appreciate you guys. We want to keep hearing it. So keep it up. All right, fellas, I'll let you go. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, go back and listen to last week's episode. And if you listen at 1.5 speed, you'll be done in under an hour. Okay.
I like that. That is a really good way. That's a very good perspective. Hey, if you want to listen to this in 15 minutes, just put it at 20x speed. Very good.
Now, the other thing is, having said that, I definitely remember the conversation last week and feeling the need to defend myself. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I completely agree with Doug when I'm thinking in a rational, not defensive way, that I just do need to let this go and I need to assign it to someone else. And I'm totally good with that. And all of the concerns that I have about it won't be as good, it won't, whatever they are, it's really overblown in my mind and not appropriate. And I completely agree with Doug, but I was feeling defensive and had just felt the need to defend myself last week. And having said that, I've completely forgot to assign it to somebody this week. So,
well, it's funny you say that, because I just put it in Monday.com and I've alerted you and Mark to let you know that there is no editing needed on the inside. Just add the open and the close and get it posted. I don't even care if there's not any show notes. I don't even care. There doesn't need to be any. There's no show notes needed. All you need to do is set them up properly with just choose any of these opens and any of these closes, period, the end. That's it.
Doug, I've been listening for what now, 9 years, go back to episode 17 or whatever. The number of times I've checked the show notes is literally probably less than 5.
Okay.
And that was only if there was an Easter egg about the show notes, or
right.
Because it's kind of like I can't think of a good analogy, but it's like paying attention to the flight attendant during the safety announcements.
Right, 100%.
That is a great analogy, Sean. It's like, okay, I got my earbuds
it's there.
in.
It's there, but there's no reason to pay attention to it because you know what it's probably going to say. And so, to Jared's point, Strick, delegation is one of the hardest things any business person does. But at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck because no one pays attention, right? No one, like we all think we're going to, like, you can't dot the I's the way I dot the I's or cross the T's the way I cross the T's. And at the end of the day, your customer says, I don't care how the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. I just care that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, right? That's really,
100%.
So.
100%. Now the thing with Mark though, you tagged the editor that does the normal interview episodes.
Yep.
So the only hesitation I have with that is I don't know when Mark works. So Mark is on his own schedule. So he works whenever he wants. I wanted to assign it to the customer service person that I know is working, because I would like to have it ready to go at 3 a.m. on Friday morning. I just fucking forgot.
No worries. Well, I have it in there and it's going to be uploaded as soon as we're done. It'll be up within 5 minutes of us being finished, and it downloads, or whatever it's called, to the, what is it called? Not finalizing. What's it called when you not buffering? What's it called when you put a video up on and it's doing something
synchronized or something like that? Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, as soon as it's done getting ready on the computer, I'm going to upload it to monday.com and it'll be done, Strickland.
Appreciate
all you need to do is just assign it to someone.
Appreciate that. I'm on it.
And think about all of the less stress and one less thing that you're going to need to ever think about again.
I know. I love that. So we're over an hour.
Okay.
I think we should wrap it up. Sean, I was inviting you earlier, hoping you'd come on for like 10 or 15 minutes and say hi. I couldn't be happier that you stuck around for the whole show with us. It's so good to hang out and talk to you.
Listen, I've been a loyal listener for many, many years. Still don't have my fucking pin. Yes, but
one of those.
One of those. Yeah.
Did you ever get the fidget spinner?
I have like 10 of them.
I got the fidget spinner.
Oh, dude, can you send him a fidget spinner and a pin?
Wait,
I mean, I was going to volunteer to do it, but
I got the fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner.
Oh, you got a fidget spinner still? Yeah. Hang on, is that one of ours? It didn't.
No,
look like
I think yours broke because I used it so much.
We'll send you another one.
I can't. There, I have that. I will send that to Sean.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know that. I know Sean's
fireball. Nice.
Sean, can you email me your address and I'll make sure that this gets dropped in the mail tomorrow to you, because Strickland hates going to the post office.
I do hate the post office.
If you wait just a couple days in your mailbox, you're going to receive a handwritten note on Sunnyvale or Sunny Farms or whatever your address is.
Yeah,
they're in Ojai. Yeah. So my return address will be on the envelope.
So can we give you a little shout out, Sean, like before we wrap up? This is one of the things, Sean Carpenter, again, he's been listening to us for fucking 7, 8, 9 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And even when we don't hear from him very often on the show, like at random times, I will get a hand fucking written note in the mail. And dude, it's just the greatest thing because nobody fucking does that anymore. Man, mad props to you, Sean. You are just all over it. Even when we're not talking, you're like, you know what? Strickland, you're on my mind. I'm going to write you a little quick note. Hey, thinking about you. Everything's good. I love that shit.
Thanks, man. I just know the impact a handwritten note can have. And everyone who's listening to this knows right now when they check their mailbox today, if there's 5 things in there and one's a handwritten note, that's the first thing you're going to open. You're going to read it twice. You're going to leave it on the counter for your spouse or partner to read. Yep. Some people have a basket or a junk drawer where they keep their handwritten notes. I have a box over my shoulder of literally years of handwritten notes from clients and people I coached and agents I hired. And so I love being able to just, when I think of you, there's no better time than just to drop a couple of words on people always ask me, they say, Sean, what do you write in a handwritten note? Literally, like if I ran into Doug at the mall or at the Chicago airport, I'd say, hey, how's JJ? how's the kids? What are you doing these days? Like that's why I put in a handwritten note and people consume it. So thank you, Strick, for saying that. It's something it's kind of become one of my signature things, and I love doing it.
As much as Sean loves sending notes in the mail, I love receiving checks in the mail. So if anybody's out there and you are short or you need a couple of more dollars, out of your bank account, go ahead and send it to me. I'll make sure that you are thanked on the show as well. Sean just wrote a note to himself. Next time, send Doug a $1 bill. It's writing notes, a penny. Remember we used to get the March of Dimes, used to get the dime in the mail.
Yeah, right.
Remember when you could get 10 CDs for a penny?
Oh my God, Columbia House.
Yes.
Hey, I remember when you could get 10 cassettes or albums for a penny.
I agree. Yes. Our fraternity was notorious for just every day there'd be like 45 more CDs for Bend Over and Phil McCracken. And yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's wrap it up. Sean, do you want to do the
Listen,
honors?
guys, it's been great. Good to see you guys, and to all the Funkin' fans. These guys are as good as it gets. Transparency and just we love that they've shared the shit with us over the years. So, Philip or Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, the only podcast I provide voice for and also actually listen to, I'm Steve O'Brien. Well, that's what I tell them, at least. Listen to the beginning and the end. All the stuff in the middle is just yak, 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 yak.
Who's Philip?
I was going to you mentioned airplane earlier, so I was going to do an airplane intro, but I'm also going to add a Shawshank intro because I know Shawshank's your favorite movie.
Yes, for sure.
You know, the funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. But then I had to listen to the fuckery of the Nice Guys on Business to learn to be a crook. What do they make of this? A pterodactyl. A brooch. I just want to tell you all good luck. We're all counting on you.